What's good, YouTubers? It's Devin here with BeastAesthetics, and today I wanted to do a voiceover on my recent chest and tricep session, and I wanted to update you guys on how my cut is going for Nick's Strength and Power Golden Era first ever YouTube bodybuilding contest. So it's been about 10 days since I updated you guys in the video announcing that I was doing Nick's contest, and I just want to go over what's been going on these past 10 days, what I've been doing with my cardio, my macros, my training, etc. So what you guys are seeing here is me hitting 260 for 8, and the main goal was to continue to hit sets of 8 with 260 with a slight pause as I dieted down for this YouTube bodybuilding contest. And I went from weighing 187 I think the day I announced morning weight for Nick's contest, and this morning I weighed 184. So I've dropped about 3 pounds in the past 10 days, which is pretty right on where I want to be honest. Like I mentioned in that first video, I wanted to lose probably around 7 pounds, get down to like 180, which I think will be a good weight for me for, in my opinion, what a classic look should look like. In my opinion, the definition I had at Nationals was way beyond any real classic bodybuilders back prior to the 70s. Those guys were way higher body fat than me at Nationals, and it wasn't even close. So I think me at 180 will be a good comparison to what, in my opinion, what a classic physique bodybuilder should look like. Probably around 8 to 9% body fat. You know, got good striations, good vascularity, you know, good cuts everywhere, but not that insanely depleted, you know, 4 to 5% feathering everywhere from head to toe look that I had back when I competed last year in November at Nationals. So the main goal for my workouts while cutting, and should be for every one of you guys too, is to maintain as much strength as possible. So I don't, you know, veer from my compound movements like a lot of bodybuilders do. I believe that is probably the worst mistake, especially a natural bodybuilder can do if they focus on their compound movements, is to veer away from them when they start cutting into doing, like, you know, mostly machine work instead. That's going to make you lose more muscle in the long run, and it's going to make you a lot weaker when you go back to your compound movements. So obviously you're going to lose strength while you lose weight on your compound movements. So my opinion is, don't look at it as like, oh, I'm getting weaker. Look at it as you're sacrificing strength for aesthetics in the short time, and when you get to the your final form, your final aesthetic form, you're not going to give really a damn how much strength you've lost, because you've achieved something that's great. And as soon as you start gaining weight back, the strength comes back immediately, and you'll be back to smacking PRs in no time. I've done this many times before, and that is the best thing you guys can do. And plus, another good goal, in my opinion, what you should do is when you start cutting is set a goal to get stronger pound for pound. Almost every single time I've dieted, when I focused on getting stronger pound for pound, it's always worked. Like, I've lost, you know, if I lose 10 pounds of body weight, if my bench weight goes down 10 pounds, theoretically, I'm stronger pound for pound, weighing 10 pounds lighter, benching 10 pounds less. If you're, you know, benching 300, if you weigh 200, if you get my point, you drop down to 190, your bench only goes down, you know, 10 pounds to 290, you're theoretically stronger at 190 pound for pound. So that's a good goal you guys should strive for while dieting, in my opinion, to preserve as much muscle as possible. Now, the next best thing you do is try to keep your volume up as best as you can. Now, obviously, when you're losing weight, you're going to feel more depleted as time goes on, and your training volume will go down. But try to keep it as best as you can, guys. That's my best tips for that. And if it feels like you need more rest in between sets, take that rest, in my opinion. I'm a big believer in resting in between sets if you really need it. I don't believe in rushing sets to get the, you know, maximum pump. It's good to get a pump after you focus on your compound movements and your heavy lifting. That's not a problem. But if you're really trying to focus on building as much muscle and strength as possible, take that much needed 5 minutes of rest in between your heavy compound sets. So overall, though, the whole workout here felt really good. I ended up benching 260 for 8 pause, and then doing a set of 7 pause, and then slight pause, guys. I'm gonna rephrase that. Slight. They're not long pauses. and then I did 225 for 2 sets of 10 close grip, and then after that did 2 sets of 10 reps on incline with 205, and then I went on to doing 2 controlled sets of incline dumbbell bench press with the 80-pound dumbbells. So that was pretty much the full, power aspect of the workout, combined with the hypertrophy. And after that, I just did some tricep extensions for a finisher, and that was the whole workout, guys. As far as my macros have been going, I've lowered my calories down from 4,000 to 3,200. And my current macros, keeping the fat high around 100 grams. Carbs, I dropped dramatically down from like 500 down to 300. And I upped my protein up slightly from 200 to 220. So we shall see how that affects my physique in the near future. Hopefully I can lose these next 3 pounds over the next few weeks. And I'll keep you guys updated. As always, thanks for the support, thanks for the love, and I'll catch you next time.